This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. So,
sit back,
relax,
and enjoy.
Let's get to our next person here. I'm a little bit nervous about spotlighting this guy. He's looking a little patriotic today. This is Kolby K. Kolby K, what's up, buddy?
What's up? It's part of the theme.
Yeah, USA. USA.
No, it gets better. It gets better.
Are you going snowboarding too?
You know what, man? I gotta be fully protected. Oh, I lost my mask. I gotta be fully.
That's okay. Hey, it's okay, man. Just no kisses, no
hugs.
hugs.
I don't want to get any germs on me. So even at home, I stay fully protected.
Well, it's good to see you, man. How are you been? And congratulations. Everyone needs to know that this guy just made a new human being and it just got born the week of the crazy coronavirus situation here. So tell us a little bit about the new one.
Baby Charles King K. So he little Charlie. It is the 9th between my girl and I. So we got a little squad from 21 down to the newborn, man. And it's an interesting time to really reflect on what we're blessed to have, the scenarios, whether it's health, whatever it is, the things that we would normally take for granted. And we spent a long time over the last year, just me personally, working on refocus of energy and time and what's most important, and in what would seem kind of the chaos as to what's happening. The baby was born in like absolute peace. It was quiet. It was dim. It was like healthy, and he's quiet and chill, man. It's one of the things where we spent a lot of time making sure the energy and environment around welcoming him into this world was ready, man. Because we know that outside of everything else, there's enough chaotic things happening. We wanted to provide that calm nest. So it's awesome, man. It's really good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can't even imagine having one, let alone 9 kids, bro. That's crazy.
That's right.
The Brady's got nothing on you guys, man.
None. We're bringing it.
Well, so what are you going to do for us today? You got about 10 minutes to speak. What are you going to talk about?
Cool. Well, your and I's relationship stems back 12 plus years, and in a different light, I would have been emceeing. In a different light, I would have been DJing. In a different light, I would be painting. And I've hit the stage the last 5 years really hard on sharing my personal story about overcoming adversity and how those strengths actually make you who you are. And did a big book tour and came off the book tour, kind of dove into some solace. And I wanted to share some light around, I would say the word hope, but more relatability, because we were in such an amazing time where things are turning and changing, and where we choose to focus our energy, I think extremely matters. Where on one side, people see chaos, and the other side, that we see opportunity to focus on what matters. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, man.
Okay, great. Well, without further ado, let's point our attention to what Kolby's got to say. Let's hear it, brother.
My man, as we get ready to start, one of my favorite songs by Mr. Brother Ali out of the Rhyme Sayers crew, called Work Every Day. I want to share some lyrics in this as we get started, because I think it frames the kind of the place of mind as we are right now. And it goes something like this. Damn, man, I'm broker than an old VCR. I need a job. Are they hiring at your job? I got a stack of red bills at my house. It looks like Valentine's Day at the crib. My kids are eating leftovers. I can't fool them no more. It's time to get a job. You see, every day is every day, and I've got to go to work every day. You still have to work every day. You see, my God, there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be a bigger reason that I exist. Work to eat, to earn my keep, to ensure somewhere to sleep and spend the weekend buying shit. I don't need economics to know I don't need a pot to piss. Follow politics, man. I ain't got time to think. What I got to set aside for my retirement, cop a double shift, pay somebody to watch the kids, sick of all of this, but can't take an off day, doctor's office, but I can't swing the copay. Trapped in a network, lucky just to get work. than celebrate every day of the week because nobody got hurt. Greed could never leave well enough alone. Gonna bring me on the spotlight. You froze me up. I love it. Greed couldn't leave well enough alone. They keep on squeezing till we bleed from every bone. And we'll strive hard and stress about the rent, probably still die poor and in debt without a cent. But, I guess I'll carry my ass down to that county, see what they're talking about. Maybe I'll get that stimulus check that everybody says, man, you get a little bit of help. Come on, man. You're telling me you've never been down on your luck, never tried to make them ends, but you just got stuck? Never slayed at a gig like a bum with a cup, added all your pennies up and still don't have enough? And the jobs, they're full. Nobody's hiring. I'm barely surviving, not enough to get by with. Hunger is a constant problem. My stomach's steadily growling. People get their shot in my environment. Study or go to college is what I'm hollering. Too many roadblocks in the way, it's not an option. To say it's impossible, I would be lying, but you ain't got a chance if you're not up in that top 10. Couple got a scholarship. I'm not them. I got the bills to pay. My pockets are thin, so I cop a gig until my hardship ends with my friend Goodwill and some of my friends. Fixing to line myself up at the welfare office again, and I expect to be accepted as the man that I am. Respectfully and appreciatively, yes, ma'am, goddamn, you must be out your mind. A pro artist, I put into good music. A con artist's job's to make you look stupid. Looky here, I'll teach you how to look through it. First thing you need to know is every song got a hook to it. Seduce you with a little bit of wealth. Say, man, here's some crumbs. Let me go get some of that for myself. The government doesn't make us, doesn't help anyone. You're stuck with a red sign in a foreclosed house. When you think you're taking back your nation, they turn it over to a major corporation. The stimulus shit is all lies. Informative, those companies took them jobs overseas and left you empty-handed with a wallet out for free, staring at the sky with dollar signs for eyes. The blind right wing of a bird that can't fly, just a peacock with a poked out gut who's too fat to fly, so his ass just strut by. They're so criminally minded that we've been blinded looking for an honest job. I can't find it. They got a job bill. I got a light bill. If we don't pay ours, life gets quite real. My friends, in a song in a time where worlds and lively measurements are based on the accolades of the finances, or even better yet, capitalism, people are willing to rally in states right now to open the country, to die for capitalism, even though there's people that are hungry that aren't eating. There are families that don't have a place to stay. There's people who work those 9 to 5s that people say, oh, that guy's a fast food worker. We don't value him. Now those are essential workers because you need to get your Burger King or your McDonald's. Where we've placed our priorities has completely shifted to where every other day when we turn on the TV, we're surrounded by lies and misinformation and people trying to scare and infuriate and not motivate anybody to do what they should be doing. But that's only on one side. When I flip the other side of the coin, I see some amazing, beautiful things happening. You see, I saw a study that said only 9% of people in the UK as a whole want things to go back to as normal when this all settles out. That means over 90% of people in the UK have found a new reason and a new why and a new thought process as to how they get up every day. The article outlines how neighbors who have lived next to each other for 30 years never spoke. Now they're having socials on their balcony, across balcony, as they're each sharing a glass of wine, laughing and sharing stories across the way because of social distancing. Or the new gardens that have been founded, where families are going out now and planting food. Or the dad that is so tied to his mobile device, he can't look his kid in the eye when his kid says, Dad, stop. I need a little bit of attention because I got my Facebook to look at. I got my emails to look at. I got another meeting. Now those fathers are sitting there face to face looking at their kids. And on the bright side, they're coloring. They're taking it in, right? There's some amazing, beautiful things happening around us if we so choose to focus our time there. But I would be foolish to say that many of us haven't struggled or are not struggling currently. Let me ask you this. How many gallons of water are in a toilet? How many gallons of water does it take to flush a toilet? 2.5 gallons. Do you know how I know how many that is? It's because I went all in on my dreams, and it wasn't even a year ago, our utilities got cut off and I had to make some decisions on if I was going to feed the family or keep the utilities on. I chose to feed the family. And for over almost a month, it was close to 4 weeks, I was driving down to the local campground and filling up 1 gallon bottles. I would fill 15 of those up at a time every single day before the sun came up. I'd get my morning meditation in, drive out, fill the water up, fill the toilet up, and have clean water. The struggle is real. It's where we decide to put our time and focus our time. Harvard came out with a study that says at the age of 26, the way our mind is molded based on the traumas that we have experienced are going to keep us in a pocket for how we make decisions about relationships, about ourselves, and about religion and about health. Unless one of three things happens: you lose your job. You remember the time where maybe this was happening and you had to go home and tell your wife, listen, like, they laid off my team? Or even before this, you thought you were financially secure, only to realize that you were let go. Maybe you stood up for something. Maybe it was a reduction in workforce. The second piece is relationships. When we are heartbroken and suffer a major disruption or a pull that happens in a relationship or a breakup, it scars us. How many times have you been in a relationship where you went through a major breakup and a heartache and didn't think you were going to make it? I think all of us can probably share some experience there. And then the third one is money. When there's just no more money left. If you don't have money, you can't pay your bills. If you can't pay your bills, what happens? And the stress of going to work every day for a job that you hate just to keep the lights on is traumatizing. So we work for insurance and work to pay our utilities and work to buy shit we don't need in a job that we're miserable at. When all three of those things happen at the same time, the amount of trauma that comes around your psyche that hit that frontal lobe, you would almost think that they're irreversible. How many of you right now watching have either laid on the floor or sat out in the driveway in your car, white knuckle, thinking, I don't think I'm going to get through this? I'm not saying you were suicidal, but what I'm saying is you didn't think that there was going to be another day, but you're here. You made it. You made it one more day. There's somebody right now in your social network and people that you know that are on your phone that are also laying on a floor, not thinking they're going to make it another day. They're in their driveway, white knuckle, thinking, I'm not going to make it another day. As we get ready to close this session, I ask you to do one thing. I ask you to go through your social network right now and reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Tell them you love them. Tell them you care for them. Tell them you're there for them, and ask them if they need a voice, just somebody to talk to. Do it on your phone. Be good to yourself. Be good to other people. Call your mom. With that, I'm Kolby K.
Yeah, Kolby K. Let's hear it, everybody.
Remember
now you know, and now you know why I had this guy on. Let me mute everybody real quick.
Let's see it.